Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat elimination match. It is for the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing challenger number 1 from the 9th layer of hell, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is the NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Azrael, the Angel of Death. His opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the NWA North American Champion, the Temptation, Shaun And ladies and gentlemen, their opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in tonight at 241 3/4 pounds, he is the 4-time National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Scrap Daddy, Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce!
Here we go for the first time in over a decade. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The 10 pounds of gold is being defended within the 4 walls of the NWA Arena here in Cornelia, Georgia. Setting the stage for this one. Number 1, we've got the NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Azrael. We've got the NWA North American Champion, the Temptation, Shaun, and the man that is the champion that holds the most coveted, most historic heavyweight championship in professional wrestling, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Setting the rules for this one, Timmy D. This is 3-way elimination, which means that if once you are pinned in this matchup, you are eliminated. That also means that Adam Pearce could lose his title within the first pinfall, and then it would be up to Shaun and Azrael to determine the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. The NWA North American title, the NWA Anarchy Heavyweight title are not up for grabs in this 3-way elimination match. It is contended under the National Wrestling Alliance rules, which means pinfall and disqualification, the championship cannot change hands.
And very wisely, the two seem to be forming somewhat of a little bit of a truce to go completely after Adam Pearce, the NWA Heavyweight Champion. And you know, one thing's for sure, I have to say the advantage has to lie a tiny bit with Shaun and Azrael, because they have had the chance to compete in this ring time and time again right here in Cornelia, Georgia. Whereas Adam Pearce, as we've been saying time and time again, the NWA Heavyweight Championship has not been defended in 10 years. Wisely coming up with a truce to go after Adam Pearce. And I say get rid of Adam Pearce and have them two go at it against each other. And that seems like what they're trying to do. And I tell you what, throughout the day, this match we have been looking forward to hour as it crept closer and closer to this matchup in bell time. And it is going to be, without a doubt, I'm sure one of the biggest matches that we've seen here in the NWA Anarchy Arena. Stuff that could be, I guess, at the outcome of this matchup that could reverberate throughout all of NWA Anarchy. Not only Anarchy, but the NWA, and not even the NWA, all of pro wrestling.
This match right here, a lot of implications, because you got to remember, Adam Pearce is a very busy man. In fact, immediately after this match, he'll be heading down south of Atlanta. He'll be heading down to Middle Georgia into Macon for a heavyweight title defense there.
Well, I was going to say he may not even be having a bag check, because if he's minus the championship tonight, he'll be traveling a lot less lighter.
Well, that's the other thing, too, because you got to remember, just because Adam Pearce loses the championship tonight does not mean those defenses stop. One of these two men, Azrael or Shaun Tempers, would have to carry over the champion's commitments. They could find themselves in a very busy time. Scrap Iron Adam Pearce is now outside the ring. Wait a minute. Shaun Tempers.
Very smart, taking advantage of that opportunity is Shaun Tempers with a roll-up, only able to get two, but caught Azrael off guard. And Azrael, I think the truce is over. Azrael laying the right hand big time right into Shaun Tempers, going in for the boot and those judo chops against Shaun Tempers. And you know, one thing's for sure, Shaun Tempers has had that NWA North American Championship defended over this past couple. Oh, Azrael hit hard on the floor. That championship defended over the past couple months, but the problem is Billy Buck has certainly had Shaun Tempers' number with several victories, not winning the title, but at least getting the victory, and how much of that has weighed on Shaun Tempers here going into this matchup?
Well, I can tell you, I don't think a lot of that has. I mean, you know, you would think that it would, but he's focused. This is Shaun Tempers' second attempt to win the 10 pounds of gold. Back on July 31st in Ohio at the Ohio State Fair, it was Shaun Tempers, it was Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, it was Stan Profit and Jimmy Raven, a four-way elimination match for the NWA World Heavyweight title that had been vacated by the Sheik back in the beginning of the summer. Now we're here. This is some 5 months later. Shaun Tempers has continuously gotten better. Shaun Tempers, I think this is a different Shaun Tempers than faced Adam Pearce back on July 31st.
Oh, and a full head of steam. Azrael almost punted Shaun Tempers' head. Clear through the end zone, out the building, out the arena, and out down I-90-85. I tell you what, Shaun Tempers certainly has the wake-up call from Azrael, and Azrael's going to try and see if he can take advantage here. 1-2, the 2 count, trying to eliminate Shaun Tempers, as we have big-time implications going on here in this matchup for the NWA Heavyweight Champion. As everyone knows, the state of Georgia very rich in history on pro wrestling, but the NWA Heavyweight Championship has not changed hands rather in years here. And the championship hasn't even been defended in this building in 10 years.
It's very rare to see the NWA World Heavyweight Championship change hands in the state of Georgia. I mean, you know, there's been a handful of times, but in North Georgia, you got to go back. You want to talk about the North Georgia area, and I'm talking about the Georgia Mountain area. You got to go back some 30 years, back to Gainesville, back to the Mountain Center, when then NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tommy Rich lost that title to Harley Race at the Georgia Mountain Center in Gainesville. That's over 30 years ago. You talk about the NWA World title in the Georgia area, back in Atlanta. You talk about Dusty Rhodes, you talk about Ric Flair. Those are title changes. So you know that when the NWA World Champion comes here, he's on his game. Now, he has to be on his game everywhere, so it's very rare to see a championship thing here. The championship thing here, excuse me. But Shaun Tempers and Azrael, they're not looking to make history. They're looking to make money. They're looking to be known as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And you think about that list. You think about the Hall of Famers that have held that NWA World Heavyweight Championship. You're talking about men like Gene Knitsky. You're talking about Pat O'Connor, Lou Fez, Harley Race, Terry Funk, Dory Funk Jr. The list goes on and on. Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes. You go through all those names that have been NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and then you look at the history of wrestling. Those men are the ones that paved the way for professional wrestling today.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shaun Tempers right now in the ring getting a little taste of what the NWA Heavyweight Champion Adam Pearce can show. I'll tell you what, if you know, Shaun Tempers is certainly an arrogant man, and he certainly makes no bones about that. He loves himself. Matter of fact, I'm sure if he was under mistletoe, he'd probably kiss himself instead of somebody else. But can you imagine the celebration that he would give by being able to be this close to Christmas if he were to win that championship? I know it's all about the money, but for him, it's also about some bragging rights as well, too. I'm sure the celebration would be big. Everybody toasting with some eggnog from Shaun Tempers, as Azrael kind of does a little switcheroo there and goes up, and now he senses in as well against Adam Pearce, and I'm sure Shaun Tempers not really realizing what just took place here.
Also, you know, just to kind of throw this caveat out there to the fans, if one of these two men, I'm talking about Azrael or Shaun Tempers, was to win the NWA World Heavyweight title, they would have to vacate their other championship in order to take on the commitments of the World Heavyweight Champion. That would leave things wide open in Anarchy if Azrael was to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Shaun Tempers would have to give up the North American Championship, which would open up the floodgates from Canada, United States, and Mexico.
Well, I'll tell you what, Adam Pearce defends that heavyweight championship throughout the continental U.S., and then some with that NWA Heavyweight Championship. But I tell you one thing, it really shows you the level that the NWA Anarchy superstars are at when they are able to compete against the likes of Adam Pearce and be able to take him toe-to-toe, and you certainly have been able to see that here in this matchup. Azrael taking it to Adam Pearce. But right now, Adam Pearce able to do the reversal, and then, wow, Azrael just slamming the back right there of Adam Pearce into the barricade.
And right now, I mean, that's a good position to have Adam Pearce in, because the thing is, you roll him back in the ring. I mean, you do the damage, but you got to get him back in the ring, because like we said, this match is being contested under normal National Wrestling Alliance rules, despite the fact that it's a three-way elimination match. Those eliminations have to occur by pinfall or submission in order for the title to change hands.
And you're absolutely right. Adam Pearce going in for the cover, but Azrael right there to break the count. And you have to wonder, too, I'm not sure when Adam Pearce got in, but is he jet-lagged? I mean, I'm sure he's used to traveling all over the world defending the NWA Heavyweight Championship.
Defending that NWA World Heavyweight Championship, the thing is, you are a different kind of athlete. You're conditioned differently. You're conditioned to not know time zones. You're conditioned not to know jet lag. Your body is totally different. You're a different kind of athlete. You know, professional wrestlers are the greatest athletes in the world. These men's bodies are conditioned like no other. You know, in football, you stub your toe, you're out for 6 weeks. In professional wrestling, you break an arm, you wrap it up, you're back in the ring the next night. That's the way Adam Pearce is. I think anything short of death will not keep Adam Pearce out of this ring.
And I can't say that I've seen this before. Wow. Azrael letting the referee know that in no uncertain terms that he's not giving up. We saw a double sleeper hold being applied there, and it looks like both men are kind of a little wobbly here, with Shaun Tempers luckily at least on his feet for him in regards to his sake. And our heavyweight champion, world heavyweight champion, kind of trying to see if he can get some type of advantage. Adam Pearce trying to get back on his feet, but right now Shaun Tempers, the closest man to him is Azrael, and he's going to lay in the boots. And now he's going to walk on over here to Adam Pearce as well and pick him up. And what are we going to see here for the NWA North American champion is Shaun Tempers. Again, that arrogance that we talked about before, draping the arm right across the chest of Adam Pearce. And this match so far has been everything that we thought it would be.
Shaun Tempers needs to stop lollygagging around us, so to speak. He needs to stick right in there. He says, this is what I'm talking about. This is the different conditioning. Look at the punishment that Adam Pearce has taken, and look at him. He still comes back. He knows the 10 pounds of gold is on the line. He knows the importance of that championship as Shaun Tempers just threw Azrael. Oh, and a big clothesline. And Adam Pearce realizing he should have kept Shaun Tempers in the ring. And right now,
well, becoming the world heavyweight champion, certainly you become accustomed to that lifestyle, and that's something that Adam Pearce, I'm sure, has gotten used to as well and doesn't want to change that anytime soon.
And now another thing right here, if you notice, Ken Wallace is counting. He's not counting Shaun Tempers out. He's counting the both men inside the ring out.
Absolutely right. Both men have the count.
As long as there's action going on in there, there is no countouts here. But, I mean, there can be disqualifications. But, like I said, if you get a disqualification victory there, it's not going to net you the NWA World title and the 10 pounds of gold.
Absolutely, and Azrael taking him up to the top. He's got Adam Pearce sitting up there on the top rope. However, Shaun Tempers makes his way back in. What are we going to see here? Very dangerous, like a side selection off the top rope. And now he goes in, rolls Azrael over for the cover. 1, 2 count, and Adam Pearce was tangled up in the ropes, but trying to pull himself back up to the top. And now Shaun Pearce helps him out just a little, but I don't think he's going to want that type of help. Draping those arms across the back of Adam Pearce.
This NWA World Heavyweight Championship three-way elimination match, part of Seasons Beatings 2011. John the Body Johnson, Timmy D, Brett Wolverton on the ring announce duties. In the ring, you have the NWA North American Champion. Wait a minute.
Oh, man. 3. Wait a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the NWA North American Champion, Shaun Pearce, has been eliminated.
Shaun Pearce has been eliminated thanks in part to the Ted Bundy by Azrael. And now it's down to a one-on-one situation. It's Azrael going for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship on scrap iron. Adam Pearce, the biggest night in this man's career. Talking about Azrael. This year he netted his first singles championship, that NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Championship, his first major championship. Now he's looking for his first NWA World Heavyweight Championship. What a year this would be. Of course, Azrael, I mentioned his first singles title. He is a former Young Lions champion. But becoming the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, he has that big elbow.
Wait a second, Shaun Pearce still out here. I don't know what's going on with this. He just grabbed the foot, remind you, of Adam Pearce and draped it across the rope. And Shaun Pearce should have gone to the shower. He is out of this matchup. He lost. It's just down to Azrael and Adam Pearce here for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And Shaun Pearce mouthing off to Azrael. But if I was Azrael, don't take your eye off the prize here. Turn around behind you. Wait a second, Adam Pearce doing the roll up. Roll through with Azrael, mind you. Now Shaun Pearce finally leaving.
And Azrael looking, definitely wants to become the NWA. Wait a minute, there's one for the Ted Bundy. Got rolled up into a small package.
You kind of go with what works for you, and it certainly worked against the likes of Shaun Pearce. You're absolutely right. Azrael has had a great 2011. Can he cap it off with the biggest prize there is? Shaun Pearce had a great year as well, but lately hasn't really ended quite so well as he probably would have liked. Oh man, Azrael, that could be it right there. Goes in for the cover as Adam Pearce, but too close to the ropes.
There is no championship more historic, no championship more important than the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And Adam Pearce running off. Wait a minute. He got caught by Azrael.
Azrael just had enough to be able to go after Adam Pearce. With that maneuver, Adam Pearce again with those vicious clotheslines, turning him inside out with the cover, 2 and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce.
You certainly can't take anything away from our NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Azrael. A valiant effort put forward against the likes of the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce came into the building. He's walking out the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Azrael and Shaun Pearce both gave it a valiant effort, but in the end, it was Adam Pearce retaining the 10 pounds of gold in what will go down as one of the most historic matches here in NWA Arena history, NWA Anarchy history, as we saw 3 men give it their all, but only one can win. And his name is Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, the 4-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Seasons Beatings rolls on. There's more.